Hello again, everybody. We have 3 Blue Moon missions left, one for each of the 3 COs. All of these missions are cool and unique. 2 of the 3 are well designed. To be honest, I don't really enjoy any of them, but they are good missions. I just don't have much fun with them usually. This one here is, I think, a pretty challenging and interesting survival chapter. Probably the hardest one in the entire series, I would say. Of course, the very fact that we're having a mission here at all tells us that there is a reason to worry. I wonder if the Intel Division will get purged like various Soviet Intel divisions, since Blue Moon has this kind of Russian style to everything. So they apparently showed up just immediately, because there's still 14 days left. But I guess we don't just radio Olaf and Grit. So, we just need to hold out for 14 days. As long as we have at least 1 unit standing and our HQ isn't captured at the end of that, we're good. This feels like deja vu given how similar her dialogue at the beginning of the chapter against Sonya was. We've already beaten her twice, of course, so she really shouldn't be so smug fighting Colin. Okay, so we don't really start off with much. So all I can really do this first turn is build infantry. I do have a pretty interesting capture order here, I think, though. You can see that Lash has an absolutely gigantic base over there. The ability to produce tons of high-quality air units and ground units almost immediately, and capture even more stuff. Alright, so go for this base, of course. You probably would expect me to go for that base next, but instead I'll go for this city down here. I've just found that if you're super aggressive going for the contested properties, you can get them. But if you delay even a single turn, you'll never really be able to achieve them unless Lash happens to be unusually stupid. So it's best to go for the cities that are kind of out front, capture those, get that income forever, and then you can go for your safer bases turn after that. Likewise, I won't go for that city that's in reach over there. I can't delay getting to this other city that's near the choke point. We will, of course, try to hold the enemy off at that choke point. And keep cranking out infantry. We need to strike a balance in this chapter between just cranking out tons of infantry, both to be super efficient walls and to pump up our technique score, because we'll almost certainly take some casualties, versus saving up money to build a few crucial units. We really don't have much money, and we need to get out things like rockets, neo-tanks, anti-airs. She's already got, an ND tank of her own, as you can see, so we really can't delay that much. But, as you can see, we are going to be in time before this tank arrives to have those cities both under control. Now, one thing I want to check is whether she's built herself a bomber yet or not. If she does, okay, I guess she might do it next turn. So I'll save my money for now. If she goes for a bomber, I'm going to want to get out an anti-air. If she goes for a neo-tank, I'm going to want to get a rocket. Those are usually the things that she chooses between on this turn, in my observation. Her AI is also pretty random with what she does with each of her units. The MG tank could come rolling over here, or it might pull back. Usually it pulls back. Okay, pulled back. No bomber. That's interesting. She is being very aggressive with her tank, so it's almost certainly going to attack somebody now. But I can get perfect coverage if I build a neo-tank here. Everyone's protected. So the question now is, where do I want to move my infantry? I think I want to threaten to capture multiple properties here, and not have her tank cutting me off. So I will walk like that, I think, and let her decide what to actually attack. Now, if I just save my money here, I'll come out a little tiny bit short in a rocket, but I can do a join to get that little bit of extra, money scraped together and get a rocket if she builds that neo tank. We'll see. If she goes for the bomber, of course, I want the anti-air. She has so much money rolling in. I guess she can't build a neo tank this turn because she has only 19,000 funds. Okay, so she takes the bait. Her tank is going to get blown away. Does have a copter coming in, so I can't go for the captures. And she built herself an early rocket. Well, that's interesting. I feel like I do actually need to get myself an anti-air, just to deal with that battlecopter that's coming barreling in here. Now, I would love to just go for a capture anyway on that city down there, but I can't get away with either because she has 2 strong units, so she'll interrupt both captures, so it's not really worth it. I also want to avoid having infantry get slaughtered by her anti-air, which can easily instant kill them even on planes, because she has her 10% lash bonus. So I'd better pull people back, I think. I would like to attack from the city, but I think it would be smarter to attack from over here instead, because that allows me to keep an infantry closer to the front and threaten to capture that southern city, if she moves troops in a way that gives me an opening. We'll see. Attacking from the city would of course give me more defense, and would also let me heal scratch damage for free, but oh well. Okay, I want to get a rocket the next 2 turns if I can. Looks like I can afford an infantry or 2 while still doing that, so I'll go for that. I could shoot that thing, but then I might... Yeah, I think I will shoot that thing. Go for that scratch damage. Yes, and that should heal my scratch damage for free, unless she anti-airs me. So, should be okay. Her tank will drive back to safety, but she'll waste time healing it up, I'm sure, which will be beneficial.
Cool, so I get to blast away another one of her units scot-free with my Neo-Tank. You know, one thing that makes this mission both great, but also kind of frustrating to me, is just how the choke point is so imperfect in setup. You know, it's 2 spaces wide, and the cities are just not well positioned to give you ideal terrain to defend yourself with. A lot of the other games in this series really dumb things down and give you one totally obvious way to defend your choke points, but this game often makes you make hard choices. I'm perfectionistic and that's kind of dissatisfying to me, but it is good design. It makes things more challenging and interesting. But I'm also very aggressive. I'm going out there and fighting her on the outside, not holding her off at the choke point. My Neo-Tanks will do a great job of forcing her to back up.
She could interrupt this capture, but only using her battlecopter, which is going to leave that terribly exposed to my anti-air if I just drive it on full speed ahead right now, so I'm going to do that. And then I want to get my own rockets out, and I also want to not give her a chance to kill one of my injured infantry. I don't want to take any casualties that I could avoid, because that could hurt my technique score pretty fast. I don't want to stand on that mountain, because if I stand on that mountain, then the odds are pretty good that she'll attack me from the ocean, and I won't be able to get the kill. Alright, rocket time.
My rockets are good for 3 things. Most obviously, they're a great cost-effective way to beat down her Neo-Tanks and MD tanks. Number 2, they keep her from advancing too far with her own rockets and pushing me back. Artillery are not much use in this chapter because she has so many rockets that can just get free ground against you and make your artillery retreat. Lastly, rockets are a wonderful, safe way to keep Lash from capturing the cities that are near you, or taking back the ones that you have aggressively captured.
Alright, I think I'm actually going to get away with this capture, although I might lose the infantry the turn after I complete it or something. Now, the obvious thing to do is probably to have her Neo-Tank attack my Neo-Tank and just start exchanging fire like that. But I think that she loves to go for kills if she can get them, and I might be willing to actually sacrifice an infantry just to have her destroy her own Neo-Tank, pretty much. So I'm going to walk this infantry down... I will walk it that way. She can't attack from that city. Yeah, crowd in guys here. We've got good coverage. And this, I think, will make her throw away her own Neo-Tank attacking an infantry. She'll get the kill, but then I'll just blow her away with rockets and Neo-Tanks of my own. Pretty good deal. We'll see exactly what she does. And then I'll probably... I feel like the need to get another infantry or 2 out, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. Taking some damage. One thing you do to distract her rocket, if you can't get her to stupidly suicide it into your Neo-Tank or something like that, is just get it to start shooting endlessly at a series of infantry that you put into position in mountains or something like that where she can't kill them. If you just keep cycling them in, she will endlessly fire away at them and accomplish nothing, basically. To my annoyance, she blocked me from getting to her bomber with my anti-air as I had hoped. But you know, maybe I can do it if I can just kill this infantry that's in the way. I bet that's doable. What I would love most would be if I could just completely destroy... Yeah, if I can destroy that infantry and march on through there with my Neotank blasting away at her rocket and my anti-air tearing up her bomber. I mean, I'll lose the anti-air, I'll take heavy damage, but I'll stymie her attack completely, basically. I think it's worth it if I can just do that breakthrough. So I will shoot her Neotank here. City is mine. Alright, down goes that infantry that was daring to block me. I might join this one up so it's not as easy for her to get a multi-kill. I'll think about that. Okay. So I'd love, of course, to attack her Neotank, but I think I might just need to do something else instead. So down goes her rocket before it causes any real problems. Her bomber will live, but it'll be a lot weaker. Pretty easily mopped up. Or just, you know, let it chip at some infantry. I don't need to worry too much about that happening. Maybe I'll join that guy up. Maybe join that guy up. Get a little bit more money. I'm thinking that I want to actually use Gold Rush this turn, so it makes sense to just get money back first. Although if I wait, I can get even better stuff out, because I will take damage, I'll get filled up. Still, I think I'm going to go for it.
I feel like he should only use that "let me show you the power of money" line when he actually uses the superpower, which is called Power of Money, but whatever. I think what I really need this turn is just an anti-air, because the one that I already have is probably going to die. The 10% defense bonus might help me keep it alive though, which is one reason that I use Power of Money now instead of saving it. We'll see if it actually pays off.
Yeah, I will go for the anti-air, and then a pile of infantry. Save most of my money, and then get a Neotank next turn. She's got her super, which is going to hurt a little bit. But she doesn't have much good terrain to use it with, other than that one mountain she can shoot from. That's not a terribly useful thing for a bomber to be doing. She could have killed the guy in one shot with her infantry anyway. I do regret that my anti-air will die to her tank, but whatever. It did a great job taking out a battlecopter and ruining a bomber, which is about the most you can hope for from a single anti-air, as Colin. I don't think she can break through there too easily. Not unless she's unusually smart with her injured infantry and pulls it back to make way for her other one. Nope, not being unusually smart, so we're good on that count. She's forced to pull back because she realizes she's out of guards, basically. So, cool. Well, I think I can just start driving in and tearing things up. What are the best targets? So this Neotank, of course, could shoot that thing down, but it's probably best to soften it up with this rocket first so I can just get the kill easy. I want to keep her bomber tied up killing infantry while I drive in something more dangerous to finish it off. I think yeah, it's a fool's error to shoot that infantry on the city this turn while it's got that multiplied defense. So rocket can shoot an infantry, that's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. This blocks up a mountain passage, which I'm sure she'd love to come through, but now she can't. Which doesn't perfectly keep her tanks out, but it sure does slow them down getting through. She'd love to have her tank attack my anti-air. I wouldn't love that, so I better make sure that doesn't happen. It might be time for me to start pulling people back, though. Her bomber can go for my rocket. I can't actually have that. That's important to stop. So, let me start walling it off. So, next turn she won't actually have her movement sleep on her, so she can go 3 with this tank, 4, 5, 6. She can't attack that HP infantry, and she can't get around anywhere else either. So yeah, if I just pull back, she has limited options for what she can attack. Except this bomber, actually, okay, no. That bomber can get to my rocket, and I can't do a darn thing about it. I can get to this rocket. So that's not ideal. She will almost certainly do that. Made a bit of a mistake. Oh well. If only I could give her some kind of other bait she'd prefer to hit, but the enemy I think will prioritize a rocket over pretty much everything other than capturing infantry. I think the right choice for me to build right now, though, is simply a Neo tank. Since she doesn't really have anything that can wall it off and damage it, and her bomber is crippled. Yep. Okay, she gets a hit on my rocket, so that's a shame. I'll get to take out the bomber, which is good. Alright, let me use that power of money again. Do I want to do any joins first? Eh. Okay. Alright, do I want to fire at that rocket? What are the options? I think I do. I'd be tempted to repair it, but I should just use it. Just shoot at something. Get more kills, get more good power turns. Power is a tricky score to get on this mission. Get that heal on that chip damage easily enough. Blow that guy away. This should be a kill. Yeah, this should be a great power turn. Because I'm almost certain that I can also break through this tank. I'll let that guy attack it. Or, you know, can the Neo tank reach? Yeah, the Neo tank can reach. Forget luck rolls. We've got this. Such an efficient use of a Neo tank. Alright. Just need to stop this B-copter from repeating that bomber's nasty trick from last time. Down it goes.
You know, I really think that if this mission just kept going on and on, I'd have some chance of achieving a breakthrough here and actually winning. It'd be really hard, but if I kept making all these favorable trades, I might be able to do it eventually. Every turn, if I do about 10,000 more damage to her than she does to me, I'm actually kind of getting ahead on value. You know, maybe I'll see if I can replicate this map and then just try it in single player. See if I can make it work.
That would be quite a feat. Alright, thank you for feeding me another battlecopter. Every dumb move she makes like that really just keeps tilting things in my favor. Alright, well, that empty tank can't do a thing. So... down goes the copter. Looks like I can just attack this guy for free. She's building mechs. Always a sign of distress from the AI. One, two, three, four. Yeah, better pull people back a little bit. Let's put this rocket here for healing. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I could if I want to be super aggressive. And when do I not want to be super aggressive? Put my rocket down right over there. And... so far the air units are under control. Probably would be smart to just save my money for more Neo-tanks, but... screw it. I love rockets. Rockets are terrible most of the time, but I love them. So, I always build them every time I have a chance to make them do something useful. I guess she's not too fond of that MD tank. Alright, down it goes. I want to keep an MD tank that's just, or a Neo tank that's kind of on the loose over here, so I'll have this one shoot that mech. Even though I will take a bit of scratch damage. Doesn't look like much, at least. Well, looks like I can make way for another rocket there. Fire away on that tank. This is so much fun, just, you know. I wish this mission went on and on and on. I can see if I could actually win. I can gun down her T-copter there and she'll probably spend more money building one. But then she'd get her tank to actually attack me and that wouldn't be great. So, I will refrain for now. I wonder if she'll throw me another rocket to my Neo tanks. I'll get to heal up all that chip damage for free, I think. That's pretty good. Oh, there go her tanks, just driving into places where they can shoot an infantry and then lose to a Neo tank. That is enough if she just keeps it up to slowly tilt things more. Oh wow! I've never seen her be so bold before. She actually attacked a Neo tank with a battlecopter. Neat. They must have been on like its most aggressive possible AI setting or something like that. Everything else flees in terror, as it should. Well, only one target for that rocket, so it fires at the obvious thing. think I'll have my injured Neo tank attack this tank and finish it so I can stand on the city while doing something efficient. Just get healed up. She doesn't have much of her own coming at me. So... Can I... Oh, no, she can break through a wall there. She's got her anti-air coming up. So, how will I wall her out?
Heck yeah, Gold Rush.
Let's get 2 more Neo tanks. This is about the silliest way I've ever seen this mission go. It's great. So she can attack anything over there. Okay. I think I need to pull back some infantry. Alright, great chance to heal off that scratch damage. And she's got basically nothing else aimed at me right now. I guess I better not stand on that city in particular, but I can totally stand over here and just threaten the breakthrough in that direction. She can hit an infantry, but it's on a city, so she can't kill it. She can hit my anti-air. I don't want her to do any damage to that, so let me just move it over there. And... I think we're pretty much good. Alright. Last turn, Lash, what are you going to do? We'll see. What kind of attack have you got for us? I'm betting that it's basically nothing. She is getting bold with the speed copters.
Her superpower does give her an extra 10% attack power here, but that's not enough to really change anything. Yeah, I really think I could achieve a breakthrough at this point and maybe have a chance of winning if the map went on long enough. But, before we get to the victory dialogue, I did think of one other very clever strategy to show you for this mission. So I'll cut away and show that, and then we'll come back to this.
14 days. Alright, let's give Lash a bit of a head start, see how she does. It's a very clever strategy, so I can afford a bit of a delay here. She does move a little bit differently every time, I'm noticing. Sometimes her tanks are more aggressive, sometimes they hang back. The AI might just be kind of chosen differently whenever a unit is constructed or something like that. This time she's being super aggressive with an MD tank, which is interesting. She's got plenty of time. She can easily get to the HQ and capture it. It doesn't block my factor, which is kind of unintelligent. Blocking my HQ doesn't really accomplish much of anything. I think we can make it. I could turn out 2 Neotanks at this point, probably get myself an easy, great power score. Just build some Neotanks, slaughter a few infantry. She's still got time. And you can see she is willing to shift units around to make way for things sometimes. Well, that's that. I just won. So basically, the cleverest possible strategy. As elegant as it gets, you just do nothing, and you win.
It's like something from the Tao Te Ching. If nothing is done, then all will be well. To conquer the world, accomplish nothing.
More casualties, yep. It wasn't easy. He's got a point. Anyone who can win a battle with 0 units is clearly a grade A certified top-of-the-line CO.
Sun Tzu's Art of War, not to be confused with the, in my opinion, superior book of the same name by Machiavelli, famously says that the supreme excellence consists of defeating the enemy without fighting.
Alright. Fun stuff. It's a shame there wasn't like a cool, unique picture for this one. I feel like this mission deserved one. Okay. I can choose between Olaf or Grit next time, or I can skip to the factory, but of course I will never be doing that for this Let's Play. Have a great day, everyone.